A superb entry of almost 80 cars and drivers have descended on South Wales and Pembrey circuits for round 2 of the Autosport International BTRDA Clubman's Rallycross Championship 2017 in partnership with Toyo tyres. One of the best entries seen in the championship's history here this weekend for a double-header round, first taking place here on Saturday, and a huge variety of cars are present for it, from the smallest hatchbacks up to the most powerful 4x4 rallycross machines, and cars and drivers of all ages across a whole variety of categories. There really is something for everyone here at Pembrey. A very special weekend of rallycross is in prospect. We begin the action with Saturday's Junior A final. The Junior Rallycross cars, round 1 won by Jaden Bennett up at Blyton in Lincolnshire in the Seat Arosa. He's on the outside of the front row for this one, finished 4th and 2nd in the 2 heats, which were won by James Constantine in the green number 8 car. The other heat won by Morgan Root, who unfortunately is a non-starter in this A final. We are underway, it's a 5-lap race. A number of drivers going straight into the new Joker lap section on the outside of Hatchett's hairpin. The only two who didn't being the Constantine brothers in cars 7 and 8. Tom in number 7 on the inside, James on the outside in the number 8 car. It's James who's got the lead as they head down to the hairpin, but he's locked up, he goes straight on, and Tom will take the lead as they go onto the infield section over the old runway here at Pembrey. So Tom Constantine leads the way, his brother James in 2nd place in the green car, Jaden Bennett in 3rd. Everybody else took their Joker lap at the first opportunity. Norwegian Ole Henry Steinholtz is in 4th place. Further back in 5th we have Ethan Rees, and Laura Boak in the Citroen C2 is at the back. There are 6 drivers out there, 4 of them in Suzuki Swifts, 1 in the Seat Arosa who's challenging for 2nd place there, Jaden Bennett, winner of round 1 up at Blyton. Tom Constantine going clear in the number 7 car. Been in Junior Rallycross for a couple of seasons now, and he's already over a second, or nearly 2 seconds clear of his brother James, who now takes his Joker lap. Everybody has to go through that Joker lap section once in every race. If you forget to take a Joker lap, then you get a 30-second penalty. Jaden Bennett in 3rd, then it's Ollie Henry Steinholtz, Ethan Rees and Laura Boak in the Citroen C2 at the back at the moment. Tom Constantine looking for his first A final win of the year, trying to build up as big a lead as he can over Jaden Bennett in the red and white Seat Arosa in 2nd place, so that he can hopefully emerge in front after his Joker lap. He's waiting to take his. We've seen everybody else take theirs fairly early on. James Constantine took his on the 2nd lap, dropped back from 2nd to 4th place. Constantine leads the way. So first A final of the weekend here at Pembrey, and round 2 of the Autosport International BTRDA Clubman's Rallycross Championship in partnership with Toyo tyres. Such a great field we've got here, nearly 80 drivers competing across the weekend. We've got a number of Irish visitors, as well as the regular UK drivers. The drivers from Lithuania and Poland as well. There's Jaden Bennett, the unique little Seat Arosa. VW Lupo in all but name. He's going well in 2nd place, his first season of Junior Rallycross. 3rd place we have the Norwegian Ole Henry Steinholtz. Now, can Tom Constantine make up enough of a lead here so that he can take his Joker lap and still emerge in front? They're coming round to complete the 3rd of 5 laps. Will he go into the Joker lap section on the outside of the first turn, Hatchett's hairpin this time? They come through Honda curve to complete the lap. To lap 4 goes Tom Constantine. Will he go for the Joker section this time? No, he won't. He'll swing it into the hairpin. Still clear. He's going to wait till the latest opportunity possible to take that Joker lap. He's determined to make up enough ground so he emerges ahead of these two, Jaden Bennett and Ole Henry Steinholtz. In 4th place we have James Constantine and Ethan Rees and Laura Boak at the back. They're well behind. The lap times are fairly comparable, only about a 10th of a second between the top 3, so they're not closing on Tom Constantine. There's Laura Boak in the Citroen C2. She's about to be lapped fairly shortly. Hopefully she won't get in the leader's way. He heads over the bumpy dirt infield section here at Pembrey, the home of motorsport in South Wales. towards the tarmac, towards Honda Curve, and the end of the penultimate lap. He has to take his joker lap this time, Tom Constantine. Heading down the main straight, looks like we saw Laura Boak pulling into the pits there, so it looks like her race is over. Here comes Constantine, he goes out wide into the joker lap section, over the bump on the way in. Now is he going to emerge in the lead? Has he built up enough of an advantage? He's going to emerge alongside them, and he's just about going to hold his lead. Tom Constantine holds his lead ahead of Jaden Bennett now. Jaden needs to push on here and try and get through. Fastest lap of the race that time for Tom Constantine, 101.974. Flip their way through the new chicane here at Pembrey. Certainly a slightly faster circuit layout with the newly designed circuit for 2017, the new joker lap section incorporated. They now head over the infield through the second section, avoiding those stacks of tyres on the inside. If you hit those, it'll flip you up into the air, more than likely. Tom Constantine is heading for the win, heads out onto the tarmac towards Honda Curve. Judged that to perfection with his joker lap on the final lap, just enough to keep him ahead of the Seat Arosa of Jaden Bennett, who's under fire here and he runs to the line for second place. Constantine wins it, Bennett just holds on for second place. Ollie Henry Steinholtz in third, and fourth goes to James Constantine in the green car. So the brothers finish first and fourth. Well done indeed, Tom Constantine, his first round win of the year, ahead of round one winner Jaden Bennett by 1.35 seconds. Steinholtz third, James Constantine fourth, ahead of Ethan Rees. Laura Boak was a non-finisher.
Tom, that was a pretty epic finish there. First place in the A final, well done. How have you been finding the track with the new layout?
Oh, thank you very much. Yeah, I've loved the new track. I wasn't sure what it was going to be like because obviously we had quite a lot of experience on the old circuit here. So I was a bit apprehensive coming whether we'd struggle to learn a new circuit, but no, I love it. I think it's definitely a vast improvement on the old circuit. Yeah.
That's really, really good. Joker lap, how did you find that?
Yeah, I'm used to that joke lap, that's the one that we usually do, but I wasn't quite sure whether I had enough time, and I just came out and I ran a bit wide because I think I was concentrating on what was behind me more than what was in front of me, and I just saw Jaden just on my back corner, so I wasn't sure whether I was going to stay ahead, but yeah, only just got it.
Well, you did a really good race, well done, it was an excellent drive.
Thank you very much.
Moving swiftly on to the historic category, the Ford Escort Mark IIs of Sean Buckley, the reigning champion, and Brian Hardman were the two heat winners. They lead the grid away along with David Ewing in the Ford Fiesta, one of the Stutchburys in the Peugeot 205 there. That's Ryan Stutchbury leading the cars into the joker lap section. This is Brian Hardman in the yellow Mark II Escort who leads the field away. David Ewing in second place, Sean Buckley, the man who won the first round at Blyton, back in third place. One car we haven't got here this weekend is Darren Owen, the short oval racing convert in his Mark II Escort, Deadly Daz as he's known. Missed out this week, busy with his son's racing commitments in the Midlands on the oval tracks. Out in front it is Brian Hardman. David Ewing, who missed the first round at Blyton, up there in second in the Ford Fiesta. And Sean Buckley, the North Welshman, in third place. Already starting to string out fairly well. Behind Sean Buckley is the Fiesta of Michael Grant. Those four have pulled away from the rest. The Stutchburys in their Peugeots. Also Nick Potter in his Peugeot 106, and the Minis of Richard Todd and Martin Knowles completing the 9 contenders, I should say, in this A final for the historic class, sponsored by Steve Gaunt's Trailer Hire. Sean Buckley taking his joker lap there, so he'll drop down a little. There's David Ewing, the North Yorkshireman in his Ford Fiesta, going well in second place. With reliability problems with that car over the last couple of years in both BTRDA Clubman and also in the British Rallycross Championship. Chasing Brian Hardman here, who had a win and a second in the two heats, as did Sean Buckley. David Ewing retired from the first heat and finished third in the second. Only the driver's best result counting towards their grid position. He was able to line up fairly well up on the grid in fourth place on the grid behind Ryan Stutchbury in one of the two green Peugeot 205s. Clear at the front though, it is Brian Hardman ahead of David Ewing. And towards Hatchett's hairpin they come. Hardman still not taking his joker lap. He's pulling away, making sure that he build up as big a lead as possible before he takes his joker lap later on. Same as Tom Constantine in the Junior A final. And where is Ewing? because the number 3 of Sean Buckley comes through in second place. It looks like we've lost David Ewan, unfortunately. Buckley throws the escort through the chicane. Very spectacular indeed. Sean Buckley, another former banger racer. It looks like David Ewan, unfortunately, is out of the event. It's in all manner of forms of motorsports. As you say, hasn't had a lot of luck in recent years. He's out of it. It's Buckley in second place now. They're a long way clear of the rest. Looks like it's Stutchbury's in their Peugeot 205 next in the order. They've got ahead of Michael Grant in the Ford Fiesta. Into lap 4 goes our race leader, Brian Hardman, in this Steve Gaunt trailer hire historic A. Finally goes into his Joker lap. It looks like he is sufficiently clear of Sean Buckley to come out with the lead. Yes, he is. Taking the lead fairly comfortably. And there's David Ewan's car. He just got a flash of blue there. He's parked on the exit of Hatchett's Head on the run up to Debeny Corner. So David Ewan out of the race. Brian Hardman heading for his first win this year, the reigning BTRDA Historic Rallycross champion. Out onto the infield section. The 2 escorts have been the class of the field so far today. Scott Stutchbury with the quickest time on that lap, though, lap number 3. Scott fighting with Ryan Stutchbury for third place. They've got Michael Grant and Richard Todd in his Mini behind them. That Mini running in the Supermodified division, though. There's only one car here in the Classic Mini category this weekend. That's Martin Knowles, so he will automatically take the class win. The last lap board is out for Brian Hardman. Beating in the Modified division, Sean Buckley in the Supermodified class for more powerful cars, so he looks like he's going to win that class. Brian Hardman to win the Modified category. 2 Peugeot 205s are in different classes as well. All slightly bewildering. It's been the 2 escorts who have been the class of the field so far. Here's our third place man, Scott Stutchbury, ahead of Ryan in the battle of the Peugeots. Brian Hardman then over the infield section for the final time. See if he can make it a double in tomorrow's round 3 of this double-header weekend here at Pembrey. That's his lap of the race for Scott Stutchbury last time through. Peugeot closing up a little on the Fords. They're coming towards Honda Corner for the final time, and it's going to be a win for Brian Hardman. He'll take his first A final of the season by a very clear margin at the wheel of the Ford Escort. Second place will go to Sean Buckley. Ford Escort Mark II 1-2, then Peugeots 3 and 4. Then the first of the Minis, that's Richard Todd. Nick Potter next home in the Peugeot 106, ahead of Michael Grant and Martin Knowles. Confirm that finishing order then. Is a win for Brian Hardman by nearly 4.5 seconds ahead of Sean Buckley. The Stutchbury's next home, then Richard Todd in the Mini. Nick Potter's Peugeot 106, Michael Grant dropping to 7th, and Martin Knowles, the Classic Mini class winner, completing the 8 finishers. David Ewan was a retirement.
Congratulations on your A-class win. How was it out there? Everything going all right?
Yeah, it was good. Sean, I think he made a mistake on the start line, so I just cruised around after that, like he did at Brighton.
He was close behind you at points, but you did have a really good lead on him, so well done on that.
I knew I had it in hand to overtake him, but for that race I only had 4 gears. I'd lost 4th gear, so we're now in the middle of taking the gearbox out to hopefully to get it ready for tomorrow.
Hopefully we'll see the same again if your gearbox is ready
Yeah,
then,
it's good fun with Sean, so he's a mate as well, so it's a bit of close rivalry between us. So
that's good, friendly rivalry.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, it's that friendly. He's gone and got me a gearbox to take the parts off to fix mine.
Because he wants to race you again tomorrow, you see, that's it.
Well, yeah. He wants to get beat again, that's what it is. Hopefully.
How are you finding the new track layout then?
Well, I didn't use the old one, so this morning I thought it was a bit dangerous on the practice lap. But
it was dusty, wasn't it, this morning?
Once they'd wet it down, it was fine as long as you weren't behind anything.
Well, it obviously worked for you anyway, so well done, and we'll see you back out tomorrow, hopefully.
Right, cheers. Thank you.
So, some good action so far here at Pembrey, round 2 of the Autosport International BTRDA Clubman's Rallycross Championship in association with Toyo tyres. It's now time for the Mel Williams Tyres production category. This is the B final. The top 2 from this race go into the A final. Leanne Sedgwick in her Citroen Saxo is in pole position alongside Lee Hickey in the Peugeot 205, the red car in the middle, and the Peugeot 306 of Peter Hamlet. Hamlet going for the Joker lap, so it'll be Hickey and Sedgwick who lead the way into the first corner. Hickey comes out with the lead. Graham Rumsey in his Saxo in third place. It's Lee Hickey in the older Peugeot 205 who leads the way. Winner of the C final up behind them there, Martin Rogers in his Hyundai Coupe, a unique car to Rallycross. He's got through into fourth, with a few drivers taking their Joker lap on the first lap of this 4-lap B final, as opposed to the 5 laps for the A finals. Through into fourth has come the green Citroen C2 of Dan Flitcroft, ahead of Rogers. Then it's Peter Hamlet in the blue and white Peugeot 306. Behind him is Joe Miskauskas, the Lithuanian, in his Citroen C2. It's Hickey who leads the way. Sedgwick in second place. A little bit out of shape there as they came back onto the tarmac. She could lose second place. Through goes Graham Rumsey into second place in his Saxo. But it's still Lee Hickey who leads the way. Been with the BTRDA Rallycross Championship for a number of seasons now. Martin Rogers fifth, Peter Hamlet in sixth. Daniel Flitcroft has gone back up into fourth place ahead of Rogers. Running wide there. He was almost into the Joker lap, wasn't he, Lee Hickey? And thought he was going to hit the marker on the outside of Hatchett's hairpin. He could lose the lead here into Deveni. Yes, Graham Rumsey goes round the outside and the left-hander to take the lead in his Saxo. Had a win at the previous round at Blighton as well. Looking to get into the A final for the second round in a row. Delivering Saxo for this round. Second place is still Hickey. There's the Hyundai Coupe in third place. That is Martin Rogers. Then we've got Peter Hamlet up to fourth in the Peugeot 306 GTI 6. Joe Miskauskas behind him. Leanne Sedgwick has taken her Joker lap. She's dropped back to around sixth position. This 10-car production class B final, sponsored by Mel Williams Tyres. The other runners further back being David Martin and Trevor Beavan in their Saxos, and Sue Lane in her Honda Civic. Graham Rumsey leads by 1.2 seconds over Lee Hickey in the Peugeot 205. Rumsey going for his Joker lap though, so Hickey will retake the lead on the inside. Will Martin Rogers get through for second place? No, not quite. The Hyundai stays in third. It's Lee Hickey back up front in the Peugeot 205, but I don't think he's yet taken his Joker lap, so he will have to do so on the last lap. Ran wide through Hatchett's hairpin last time round, but that wasn't a Joker lap. He just ran out wide onto the grass. So it doesn't count for me, unfortunately. Still clear of Rumsey. Third is Rogers, then it's Hamlet. Miskauskas in the Citroen C2 is next, then it is Leanne Sedgwick. Still your leader is Lee Hickey. He's going to hang on to take a place in the A final. The top two go through. He's going to have to take his Joker lap this time. Now, is he far enough ahead? I don't think he is. Certainly of Graham Rumsey. He may stay in second place. We'll wait and see. They go through Honda Curve. It's up towards the Hatchett's hairpin. Lee Hickey will have to go straight on here and round the Joker lap section. Graham Rumsey will take the lead. Now, will Lee Hickey hold second place? Martin Rogers going for his Joker lap as well. Pete Hamlet up the inside. I think he's going to take second. Yes, Lee Hickey drops down to third. So Pete Hamlet in the Peugeot 306 goes up into second place. Side by side with Hickey, who's fighting back but can't quite get ahead there. Miskauskas up behind them as well. So a three-way fight for second around this final lap towards the line. Graham Rumsey still leads though. He's heading for victory in this B final. Go on to the back of the grid for the A final. Keith Kershaw, the Irishman, will start on pole. That's coming up very shortly. Pete Hamlet in the Peugeot in second. Miskauskas up to third. Hickey's dropped back to fourth. Then it's Sedgwick and Dan Flitcroft. I think we might have lost the Hyundai Coupe at Martin Rogers, or he had a problem on his Joker lap. He seems to have dropped back a little. It's going to be a win for Graham Rumsey in the Citroen Saxo. Comes out at the final turn towards the checker flag. Pete Hamlet chasing him hard to the line. Those two are going to go through. It's Rumsey who hangs on to take the win. Hamlet in the Peugeot in second place, and Joe Miskauskas taking third. So Graham Rumsey continuing his good form from the first round at Blighton. He goes through to the A final along with Peter Hamlet. Well done, Lee Hickey, leading a large portion of that race. He's settled for either third or fourth. We'll check that now. Rumsey the winner by 0.3 of a second ahead of Hamlet, and Hickey only ending up fourth behind Joe Miskauskas. Leanne Sedgwick in fifth. Dan Flitcroft, David Martin and Martin Rogers in the Hyundai rounding out the top 8.
Graham, we've just watched your B final there. That was a pretty good win. The Joker lap seemed to play quite a big part in it. Everyone was a bit all over the place.
Yeah, it's pretty intensive. I enjoyed the race, really enjoyed the race, but I had good view in the mirror. So I was guessing how far they were behind. I thought I'd cleared it on the first Joker lap, but the red car, whoever that was, overtook me, but I knew I was quicker than him. So we took him around the outside round here, hanging on. Shouldn't have been in the B final anyway, so we're looking forward to the A final.
That's really good. Well, good luck, and we'll catch you after the A final.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
So ready for the A final. It's Irishman Keith Kershaw in pole position. He had a win in one of the heats. The other heat won by James Orton, who unfortunately is a non-starter after problems in the second heat. We're underway with Kershaw leading into the first corner. Lee Green is the first man to take a Joker lap in his Saxo, followed by Peter Hamlet in the Peugeot 306. Side by side for the lead between Kershaw and Thomas Chojnacki, the Polish driver in his Citroen Saxo. They're absolutely together as they come out of Dibeni up towards the chicane. Who's going to break first? Very close there. Chojnacki's going to be forced wide, and he has to cede the lead to Keith Kershaw, the long-time Irish rallycrosser in the Peugeot 106. He leads the way ahead of Chojnacki. It's Jeff Hope Davies, the Welshman, on his home circuit, winner of round 1 of the series up at Blyton in Lincolnshire in 3rd place. 4th behind them, Edward Gibbs in the Renault Clio. Infield section certainly getting bumpy after this very busy day of racing. This is the 48th race of the day overall, would you believe? So it's Keith Kershaw who leads from Chojnacki. Jeff Hope Davies in 3rd, so it's Ireland, Poland, Wales, your top 3. As they complete the first lap. Behind them, it's Mark Finch in the Citroen Zara in 5th position. Anybody going to go for Joker laps this time? Edward Gibbs is. He goes straight on with Hatchett's hairpin into the Joker section. Graham Rumsey, the B final winner, completing the top 6 at the moment. Second of 5 laps. Keith Kershaw, the Irishman, rallycrossing over in Ireland at the likes of Mondello Park for many, many years now. Away slightly from Tom Chojnacki in 2nd place, a member of the UK-Poland Rallycross team. We saw Thomas Velgosh win the UK Hot Hatch Championship for them a couple of years ago. Chojnacki, one of their latest recruits. Great to have the Polish and indeed the Lithuanian teams in the British series this year in the Autosport International BTRDA Clubman's Championship. His second lap then, Keith Kershaw. Is he going to go for his Joker this time? He's got a very substantial lead, so he may well. Yes, he goes out wide over the bump into the Joker lap section. He was leading by over 5 seconds after just a couple of laps. He's held his lead as well. Jeff Hope Davies in 2nd place now. He's got ahead of Tom Chojnacki. The Welshman up in the 2nd place. Edward Gibbs keeping pace, and so Chojnacki possibly struggling a little. I don't think he's taken his Joker lap yet. He's still there in 3rd. He's got Edward Gibbs behind him, so he's going to lose out when they come to he comes to his Joker lap. That's on the infield section, getting a bit dusty out there now. Lee Green, who's the first man to take a Joker, is in 5th position ahead of Mark Finch in his Citroen Zara. Graham Rumsey, Peter Hamlet and Eugene Ward in his Peugeot, another of our Irish visitors rounding out the field in this one. Go through Honda corner. Pretty well spaced out. There's Lee Green, the white and orange car in 5th position. Still Kershaw who leads the way. Jeff Hope Davies trying to reel him in into lap 4. Jeff Hope Davies still hasn't taken his Joker lap, so he's going to take it on the last lap. So Keith Kershaw, I don't think needs to worry too much here. He's paced himself at the front because he knows Jeff Hope Davies will still have to take his Joker lap, so even if he catches him for the lead, it will be negated by that Joker lap. Hope Davies pushing on though, wants to keep his championship lead after 2 rounds. Get himself nicely set up for round 3 here at Pembrey tomorrow, this double-header weekend. Looks like we are going to have an Irish win, so just over a lap to go now in this Mel Williams Tyres Production A final. Onto the tarmac they come, down towards Honda corner, towards the last lap board. A couple of car lengths in it now. Jeff Hope Davies trying to attack Keith Kershaw for the lead. He's going to have to go straight on here. He goes into the Joker lap section. And Keith Kershaw able to pull away again. I think Jeff Hope Davies been feeling very slightly frustrated there that he had to take that Joker because he was within striking distance of Keith Kershaw. The Joker lap rule drops him back again. So he lost a few car lengths. It's enough to, I think, confirm Keith Kershaw, barring any disaster on this last lap, as our Mel Williams Tyres production class winner. Fastest lap of the race, Thomas Choynashki, so he's pushing on, but he's had to take his Joker lap that time through as well. He's battling further back in the order. Edward Gibbs in the Clio in third, then it's Lee Green and Choynashki next in the order. Still fairly busy in the pack, but it's going to be a win for Keith Kershaw in the Peugeot. Damage the passenger door there. He's going to come through and take the win. Kershaw wins it, punches the air as he crosses the line. Second place will go to Jeff Hope Davies and third to Ed Gibbs in the Renault Clio. So an Irish victor in the Mel Williams Tyres production category. Well done to experienced rallycrosser Keith Kershaw. We may have lost Lee Green on that last lap. We'll check the results in a second. He has dropped back, if not out of the race. Kershaw the winner by 2 seconds ahead of Jeff Hope Davies. Gibbs third ahead of Choynashki. Peter Hamlet and Graham Rumsey are two qualifiers from the B final coming through to take 5th and 6th. Lee Green 7th ahead of Eugene Ward.
Hi Keith.
Hi Sarah.
That was a pretty close race there. You pretty much held him off all the way around the track.
I did, yeah. I got not maybe the best start I've had all weekend. Was challenged fairly well around the outside of the first corner. Once I escaped the first corner, I had a good run onto the loose, the first section, and kind of from there, kind of the race developed and everything came together and got a good run, and lines were perfect and everything came together for me. So
it certainly did. You deserve that win there. How was the new track layout? I know you have been here before, but it was a little while ago. Is it much easier for you? Is it a better layout? What do you think?
It's I think it's better layout anyway, so I do. The hairpin gone now, it actually makes the track more free flowing, and so you actually enjoy when it's like that, so I do now. The car goes well on it too as well. I enjoy the loose, there's a lot more loose as well on it, so it is. So challenging earlier today, so I was now dusting that, but now it's definitely it's in good condition now out there, so I've enjoyed that thoroughly now.
Yeah, you look like you have. You're absolutely buzzing. Well done, you deserve that win.
Thanks very much now, and just special thanks to Part for Cars, Fiona and Broderick and all my family that have helped the last couple of weeks put this car together and get it in for all the rounds and be here today.
Brilliant, well done to the whole team by the sounds of it, well done.
No problem, thanks very much Sarah.
So good action from the production category, the juniors and the historics as well. Coming up after the break, we have action from the Supermodified category and the 4x4 classes here at Pembrey. That's all coming up after this short break. Don't go away. Welcome back to Pembrey. Some great action from the BTRDA Clubman's Rallycross Championship 2017 so far, sponsored by Autosport International and Toyo tyres. This is the Fuchs Lubricants Supermodified category. This is the B final. Top two finishers go into the A final. It's Mark Jones in the Toyota MR2 Turbo who leads them into Hatchett's Hairpin for the first time, chased by the Ford Puma of Gary Mitchell. Connor Hook in the Ford KA in third place. Real variety in this category. We've also got the BMW Mini class mixed in with them as well. David Bell currently leading that, number 93 there, side by side with another of the Polish team, Michael Lebedz in his Ford Fiesta Mark 7. Chasing David Bell, the former BMW Mini champion. It's Mark Jones in his turbocharged Toyota MR2 who leads the way. We saw a good performance from him in the first round of the series up at Blyton. He's going clear at the front in this one. Look out further back for former BTRDA Gold Star winner John Ward from Ireland in his Suzuki Swift, and also Bradley Durden, the former MSA Junior Rallycross champion. He's in a BMW Mini. Away goes Mark Jones at the front ahead of Gary Mitchell in the Ford Puma. The Fiesta of Lebedz running a bit wide there. Oh, and problems there. That's the Porsche Boxster of Rob Scott. Into the pit wall he goes, loses a wheel, and how did Bradley Durden miss him there? There's a wheel off the Porsche. That's a big shunt for Rob Scott, and not surprisingly the red flags are coming out. The race is being stopped. So Rob Scott crashes the Porsche Boxster at the end of lap 1. And the red flags are out. Look at the state of that Porsche Boxster, heavily into the pit wall there. Let's hope Rob is okay. That wheel still going in the background though. The marshals will try to retrieve that. Although not very successfully. I think the wheel wants to go on and complete another lap. So we'll just check that Rob Scott is okay. Just got too much power too early there coming out of Honda corner and wallops straight into the pit wall, loses a wheel, nearly rolls over it. And Bradley Durden displayed some cat-like reflexes in avoiding him. The race will be rerun over 3 laps, so it's a 3-lap restart for this Fuchs Lubricants Supermodified B final. The first 2 finishers going through to the A final. Mark Jones from the front of the grid leads them off. Bradley Durden among those going for the Joker lap. Also Nick Angrave in the Honda Integra. Jones that leads from Gary Mitchell once again in the Ford Puma. Connor Hook in 3rd place. David Bell in the BMW Mini is in 4th. So race seconds in, hoping for no incidents this time. Gary Mitchell, the very smart little Ford Puma. Fiesta Coupe in all but name. Behind this group you can see the Suzuki Swift driven by number 1, John Ward. Last year's BTRDA Gold Star winner. It's the campaign of Peugeot 106 if memory serves me right. So Mark Jones going clear in the Toyota MR2 on his home circuit here at Pembrey, the Marks Motors MR2. Mitchell up there in 2nd. Connor Hook running wide onto the grass as they came out of Honda curve there. That could allow David Bell up into 3rd place. John Ward and Bradley Durden rounding out the top 6. Mitchell goes for the Joker lap in the Puma. As Jones pulls away, seems to be left with a big advantage. As a result of that, who's going to come through in 2nd place? It's David Bell in the BMW Mini 3rd. Looks like John Ward in the Suzuki Swift. So, plenty of competition for 2nd place. They're all well behind Mark Jones, though. He's building up a good lead here. Should be able to take his Joker lap without losing the lead, I would think. Also in there is Michael Lebeds, the Polish driver, in the Ford Fiesta Mark 7. Jones looking very quick indeed here in this very highly tuned MR2. Everybody else being left to squabble over 2nd place. Mark Jones is heading for the A final for the 2nd round in a row. Goes into the last lap of this shortened rerun. Rob Scott is okay, I can tell you, the Porsche driver, but his Boxster certainly isn't. Through the Joker lap goes Mark Jones. I don't think he's going to be threatened for the lead. He was over 4 seconds clear of David Bell. In fact, Bell and John Ward have gone for Joker laps as well. So Gary Mitchell will go into 2nd place. He's got Michael Lebeds on his tail, though, in the Fiesta. The 2 Fords will fight for 2nd place. So Mitchell ahead at the moment. David Bell and John Ward drop back into the clutches of the likes of Connor Hook in the Ford KA. Plenty of competition for 2nd place, but looks like it is going to be a win for Mark Jones on his home circuit in the Toyota. Through the loose section they come. Lebeds trying for 2nd, and Jones a bit sideways there over the bumps, but he gathers it all up. I thought he was going to spin for a second there. Back onto the tarmac. Gary Mitchell in 2nd place, and has Mitchell got a problem there? He seemed to slow coming out onto the tarmac. So up to 2nd goes Lebeds, Durden up to 3rd place, and Gary Mitchell's going to miss out on the A final. It's going to be Michael Lebeds who gets the 2nd qualifying place, but behind Mark Jones in the MR2 who gets the win. Durden 3rd, Mitchell crosses the line 4th, may have had a problem there on the last bend, bad luck to him. So Jones the winner by 2 seconds ahead of Lebeds, then Bradley Durden, the young gun, in 3rd. And he will win the BMW Mini category. Gary Mitchell 4th ahead of David Bell, Connor Hook, John Ward down in 7th, Nick Angrave in 8th, and Damien Fricker in his BMW Mini was the other finisher.
Mark, that was a considerable gap you had there in the B final for that win.
Yes, made the gap and kept going with it. Yeah.
The track's got a new layout. How are you finding that with the Joker lap in there as well?
Adjusted to it now. It's just getting used to it, so it's there. Get used to it, and no problem.
And did the Joker lap do you any favours, do you think, or did it hinder anything?
No, nothing at all. It makes you go a bit more. You know you got to do some. So
makes you think about it.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah. No, it's get used to it. It's right.
Yeah, that was really good win. The gap was massive.
Made the
so
gap and keep it. Yeah.
yeah, definitely. Well done.
Yeah, no problem. Thank you.
Good luck in the A final.
Yeah, thank you very much.
No problem.
Thank you.
Rob, the B final for Supermodified didn't quite go as planned for you this afternoon. What happened?
Yeah, I pretty much bounced it off a wall.
That's never good.
I know, yeah. Yeah, we're coming to the like the main straight, the corner before the main straight, and another lad in his car came across off the grass in my way, and I had to swerve around him, but I was going too quick. Back end came round, bounced it off the wall, ended up in the air a little bit, and taken away in an ambulance here. As you can see, the car's pretty wrecked.
Yeah, a little bit of damage. Are you okay though?
Just about, yeah. It feels like I've got like a banging hangover. My head is properly banging, but
Yeah, you took a bit of a bash, I think.
yeah, just a little bit. But I mean, my helmet's alright. It's not got a scuff on it, so I just think just weak.
Probably just the impact. Just the
That's
impact.
it, yeah.
Don't worry. So damage-wise, I mean, I'm going to guess this means you're out for the next round. Unfortunately, is it a lot of repair work when you get
tomorrow,
home?
Yeah, all the parts that I need are back like 200 miles away, so I'm not going to be able to get them. So I'll just enjoy watching the racing tomorrow and help out if anybody needs it. So.
Well, you've got a good team behind you to fix it. I know
That's
your
it,
mechanics are. So no doubt it'll be back for the next round.
Oh, definitely, yeah, it's all good.
Excellent. Well, we'll see you then. Hopefully it's all ready.
Cool, cheers, thanks. Love you.
We move straight on to the A final then. The two heat winners at the front of the grid. Guy Corner in the Peugeot 206. Tristan Ovenden in the Renault Clio. Away they go. A flying start further back in the pack. Mike Dresser in the Lotus Exige trying to come through, battling with Irish Rallycross legend Tommy Graham in his famous Mark II Escort. But it's Tristan Ovenden who has got the lead in the Renault Clio, the ex-Steve Cousins car. If memory serves me right, liveried in the colours of Goody Demolition. Absolutely flying there through the chicane for the first time. Tristan Ovenden, the former double Suzuki Swift Sport Rallycross champion, leads Guy Corner in the Peugeot 206, Tommy Graham in third, Mike Dresser in his Lotus in fourth place. Then in behind them we've got Alan Tapscott, the man from the southwest, in his Corsa. And behind him, Irish visitor Kieran Curran in another Corsa. Such great variety in this Fuchs Lubricants Supermodified category. It's Tristan Ovenden who leads the way. The first three starting to pull away slightly from Mike Dresser. Veteran rallycrosser, competed in a Metro for many years before moving to the Lotus Exige. First round of this category at St Blighton was won by a Lotus Exige driven by Paige Bellaby, but she's not out this weekend, so we will see a new winner. Ovenden with the fastest lap of the race so far. Guy Corner in second place in the corners, cars and commercials Peugeot 206. Competed occasionally in MSA Super National as well. Ovenden, the former Swift Sport champion, leads the way. Tommy Graham, great to have the great Irishman here. Up there in the pantheon of Irish Rallycross greats, along with Ollie O'Donovan, Derek Tohill, years previous, John Maloney and the great Dermot Carnegie. Out in front is Tristan Ovenden, the man from Kent. Leads into Honda Curve, coming round to complete his second. First two have pulled well clear here of Tommy Graham in the Ford Escort, Mark II in third. Guy Corner goes for his Joker lap. Rocking back behind Graham, I would think. Mike Dresser still fourth in the Lotus, but well behind. Alan Tapscott fifth, and the final qualifier, Michael Lebeds, is in sixth position. So Tommy Graham through into second in that famous winged Escort. Guy Corner having taken his Joker lap. Through the dust comes Tristan Ovenden, clear leader in this A final, the Fuchs Lubricants Super Modified category. Almost making it look easy. I think he's going to take his Joker lap without losing the lead here. About 4 seconds clear at the end of the previous lap. Graham and Corner continue to fight for second place. Classic Escort holding off the more modern Peugeot. Peugeot 206 more famous as a rally car, of course, the likes of Richard Burns and Marcus Grunholm, rally champions for Peugeot. First three are way ahead of their opposition, and Ovenden 5.5 seconds clear now. Take his Joker lap on the final lap next time through. Alan Tapscott is up to fourth in the Corsa ahead of Mike Dresser now. Ovenden reeling off the fastest times. Looking for his first outright round victory in his new acquisition for this season, the Renault Clio. Through the loose infield section. bounces his way along the straight. Coming through to start his final lap this time then, Tristan Ovenden. Began his career in mini-cross many years ago. Looks to take the last lap ball. See what the gap is going to be. This time through for him, he will take his Joker lap over the bump into the Joker section. He's well clear of the Tommy Graham Guy Corner strap further back. There is Corner, and where is Graham? It looks like we've lost the escort, unfortunately. What a shame for Tommy Graham. Looks like the Irishman is out of it. Wait and see if he comes through further back. No, he hasn't. So Alan Tapscott is up into third place now in the Vauxhall Corsa. So we have lost the escort of Tommy Graham. Looks like he has retired. Well, Guy Corner is not going to catch Tristan Ovenden. It's going to be a straightforward victory for the Renault Clio. Here he comes towards Honda Corner for the final time. Well done indeed to the man from Kent. Tristan Ovenden comes up to take the checkered flag and wins round 2 of the Fuchs Lubricants Super Modified category. Second place goes to Guy Corner, and they are way ahead of the rest. Got to be at least 10 seconds down. Alan Tapscott in third place in his Corsa. Tristan Ovenden the winner ahead of Guy Corner. Totally dominant in that Fuchs Lubricants Super Modified A final. We'll check out the results of that one then. Ovenden the winner by nearly 3 seconds ahead of Guy Corner, and they were over 12 seconds clear of Alan Tapscott in third. Michael Lebeds was fourth ahead of Paul Johnson in his BMW, and Kieran Curran, Phil Chicken and Mark Jones rounding out the top 8. The other finisher, Mike Dresser in the Lotus Exige. Tommy Graham unfortunately dropped out.
Tristan, congratulations winning your A-class there. Your car looks to have been going excellent all day long. How's it been out on track?
Really good, actually. We've made a few changes and I'm so pleased because we've been in some other races and we've got to the final and then it's all come undone. But today we've got there, and I'm really so pleased that we've managed to finish one at the front.
That's good. You deserve it. I think you've worked hard on the car by the looks of it. What modifications have you done since the last race? Anything specific?
Yeah, suspension mostly. Yeah, handling wise, trying to get it to turn in has been the problem for me. But it's been really good today.
Yeah, well, it's obviously paid off. So well done for the win, and we'll see you tomorrow for the next round. Hopefully I'll have more of the same.
Yep, thanks very much.
Congratulations then to Tristan Ovenden. Some good action there from the Super Modified category. Now they'll head back into the paddock to get ready for round 3 here at Pembrey tomorrow. It's now time for the 4x4 categories. We begin with the A final for production 4x4. The 2 heat winners were Willie Farrell, our Irish visitor in the blue Subaru, and Paul Davis, who's a little further back on the grid in his version. Away we go round the first turn. It's young Liam Manning in number 24, who briefly had the lead there, but Willie Farrell swoops through on the inside. Mike Manning, Liam's father, is in third place. Willie Farrell, a superb first corner there. The Irish visitor in number 128. He leads Liam and Mike Manning through the chicane for the first time. Paul Davis further back in fourth, and the only non-Subaru in the race is Darren Clark, number 32, in his Nissan Pulsar GTI-R. We catch a glimpse of him there at the tail of the field. So it's Willie Farrell who leads the way, first and fourth in the 2 heats, as was Paul Davis in the number 11 Subaru, who's a little further back in this field around the first lap. There is Davis in fourth place in the blue and yellow Subaru, liveried in the Subaru World Rally Team colours. Darren Clark at the back in the Nissan. It's in Pretzers 1, 2, 3 and 4 as they head around into lap 2. Who's going to take their Joker laps this time, if anyone? Willie Farrell not taking his just yet. Mike Manning does, the winner of round 1 at Blyton on his local circuit for this round. Been racing here at Pembrey for many, many years in circuit racing and rallycross. He's done hill climbs as well. So Willie Farrell, our Irish visitor, leads the way. Calmly cruising along with the window open there. Doing his Saturday afternoon drive out in Wales. Liam Manning up there in second. Failed to start the final with engine problems in the first round at Blyton. He's up there in second place and running well. Paul Davis now in third place, who's got ahead of Mike Manning, who took his Joker lap last time through. Just the 5 contenders in this final. A couple more who were here this weekend. Steve Spear and Nigel Burke among those not making it out for the finals with problems earlier on in the event. We also lost in the 4x4 categories Dan Greaves in his Mazda 323, replica of the late 80s Mazda World Rally Cars. Dan not making it out for the finals. We've got the Clubman's 4x4 category, the fastest and most powerful cars here this weekend coming up after this race. Liam Manning in the white Subaru going well in second place. Holding Welsh honour in this one, it's Ireland who lead the way courtesy of Willie Farrell. Ireland versus Great Britain used to be a feature of the old Rallycross Nations Cup events in the late 80s, usually held at Croft up in North Yorkshire. Britain, Ireland, Belgium, Sweden, Norway were the main contenders. Finland as well, of course, like some Matti Alamäki. Away goes Willie Farrell. Are we going to have another Irish winner? We've already seen Keith Kershaw win his category earlier on. Liam Manning in second place. Mike Manning back up into third ahead of Paul Davis as the race leader takes his joker lap. Now it's Liam Manning going to take over the lead. Willie Farrell straight back ahead of him. That didn't take long, did it? Willie Farrell took his joker lap just as Liam Manning thought he was going to enjoy a spell in the lead. Through came the 128 of Willie Farrell, so much quicker there. There's Mike Manning in third place in the number 35, looking for his second round win of the year. He's got to catch these two first of all, though. Liam Manning, I don't think, has yet taken his joker lap. Seems to be slowing up a little there, so maybe he's got a problem. Is Mike going to come through into second past his son? Paul Davies in fourth place, Darren Clark in the Nissan Pulsar in fifth. Not as well known in rallying, the Pulsar. It did compete for a time, though, the likes of David Llewellyn and even Stig Blomqvist drove for Nissan in the early 90s. Willie Farrell is not going to be caught here, I don't think. Only very briefly lost the lead for a couple of seconds when he took his joker lap before sweeping back ahead of Liam Manning. Mike's already taken his. Darren Clark now up to third. It looks like Liam Manning has slowed up. Saw him starting to slow on the previous lap, so he could well be out of it. Your leader is Willie Farrell. The chicane for the last time. Looks like we are going to have another Irish win. Republic of Ireland drivers love coming over to Pembrey and plundering points from the regular BTRDA Autosport International Clubman's Championship runners. Mike Manning closing though a little on Willie Farrell at the front. Just between these two now, they come up towards the finish line this time. Out onto the tarmac at Honda Curve. Is Mike Manning, the local lad, going to close in? I don't think he is. It's going to be a win for Ireland, for Willie Farrell. Off the final turn they come. Farrell comes in to take the win. Second place for Mike Manning. They are well ahead of Paul Davis, who will come in third place in his Subaru. It's Subaru's 1, 2, 3. Darren Clark will take fourth. Davis coming in a long way behind. It's a win for Willie Farrell by 1.13 seconds over Mike Manning. Davis another 10 seconds back at least in third. Darren Clark fourth. Liam Manning did make it to the finish but a long way behind. Mike Manning with the fastest lap of the race that time on lap 3.
That was a really entertaining A-class. Well done on the win. How was it out on track for you?
It was eventful. I struggled with brakes all day and got something sorted out, some bit of brakes for the final, and a good start. Got a good clean first corner and then a good battle with the Mannings, but no, it was tough work to stay ahead.
It was definitely entertaining from our point of view, I'll say that.
From inside, so hopefully it was from outside as well.
It was. Well done for the win, and we'll see you back tomorrow. Hopefully another one for you.
Thanks very much. We'll try anyway.
Now it's on to the fastest and most powerful cars here at Pembrey this weekend, the MOT Plus Clubman's 4x4 category. Simon Horton and Gary Pusey in their Subarus won a heat each. They lead the field away, but Pusey going for the joker lap, as are Michael Morris in his Subaru and Roger Thomas in the Vauxhall Astra. That will leave Simon Horton well clear up front in his Subaru around the first lap. He's understeered wide there though into Dibeni Bend. The Subaru fishtailing all over the place. He's almost going to spin it there. Oh, well held Simon Horton. I thought he was going to spin into the chicane. Spectacular stuff there from Simon, the former MSA British Rallycross competitor. So these are the quickest and most powerful cars here this weekend. certainly showing. The blue Subaru of Gary Pusey, the reigning champion, up in second place. The ex-national Super Rod world champion on the short ovals. Won that at Hensford Hills Raceway many years ago. Roger Thomas and Michael Morris battling for third place. It's the black Subaru of Michael Morris that has it at the moment. The Vauxhall Astra of Roger Thomas, number 99 there in fourth place. A few cars not making it through after problems in the heats. Mad Mark Watson being one of them in his Citroën Zara. Also Oliver Bennett, newcomer to the British Rallycross Championship this year, not able to make it out in the final after problems earlier on. So Gary Pusey to chase after our race leader Simon Horton here. Pusey through the chicane. Oh, it looks like he's slowing up there. I think Gary Pusey's in trouble. Yes, the Subaru slows. Through goes Mike Morris through into second place, and Gary Pusey is going to be out of the race. That's a great shame for the reigning champion, and that's handed Simon Horton an enormous advantage in this A final for the MOT Plus Clubman 4x4 category. Anyone catch him here? We'll see what happens when he takes his Joker lap. I can't see Simon Horton being caught here. Go hard or go home, it says on the back of his car, and he certainly is driving hard here. Simon Horton, we saw him throwing the car around on the first lap, but he can afford to take it, I think, a little bit easier now with Gary Pusey sadly out of the race. Up towards DeBenny he comes, over the curve on the inside. There's Morris in second place in his Subaru. Looking to hold on ahead of Roger Thomas for that second place. There's 3 cars left running then. It's been a bit of a day of attrition for the 4x4 categories. Hopefully everyone will be able to repair for round 3 tomorrow. Simon Horton going clear in his Subaru. We get a glimpse there of the blue car of Gary Pusey parked up on the infield grass. Used to campaign a Peugeot 206 in his first forays into Rallycross, and he switched from short oval racing. Out of this one in the Subaru as Simon Horton comes in to take his Joker lap on lap 3 of the 5. Still safely in the lead ahead of Mike Morris in his Impreza. Subaru Impreza almost the exclusive choice for the 4x4 categories this weekend. One Citroën Zara, the Vauxhall Astra of Roger Thomas. Mad Mark Watson, who's got the Zara, as the Astra very sideways there through the chicane, chasing Mike Morris. Ollie Bennett also had his Ford Fiesta here today, but that sadly didn't last long before mechanical gremlins struck. And of course we've got Darren Clark in the Nissan Pulsar as well. Everybody else in Subarus. It's Subarus first and second here as they come out to start the final lap. Simon Horton in car number 8, the Subaru Impreza S12. Surely heading for victory in this one. Takes the last lap board. First round of the MOT Plus Clubman's 4x4 Championship. They didn't run at Brighton. Simon Horton is going to take the lead of the championship with the win here. The checkered flag is being prepared by the marshals in the background. Roger Thomas not finished yet. The Astra closing up on Michael Morris for second position. They're going to battle all the way to the line. Not going to catch Simon Horton though. Subaru pilots heading for victory. Plagued by mechanical problems with that Subaru in recent months, recent seasons. So the main focus now is going to be on who is going to be second, because Simon Horton is back onto the tarmac, up towards Honda Curve, and he is heading for victory in our MOT Plus Clubman 4x4 A final. Home comes Horton to win by a very clear margin indeed. Who's going to be second? It's Thomas. Thomas coming through in the Astra. Where is Mike Morris? It looks like the Subaru has had a problem on the final lap, so Roger Thomas takes second in the Astra. And there is Mike Morris. He's had a problem on the last lap. He crawls home in third place. So the win going to Simon Horton by over 8.5 seconds ahead of Roger Thomas. Mike Morris with problems on the last lap takes third. Gary Pusey was a non-finisher.
Simon, congratulations on that A-Class win. That was a pretty entertaining race.
It was pretty entertaining from where I was as well. It was pretty awesome. Had a few moments, but pushing like as fast as we could. But yeah, we got the win. Gets the championship off to a good start. So yeah, awesome.
Yeah, you were gaining quite a bit of space as well by the end, so it was a really well-deserved win. Well done.
I couldn't really see too much behind, so I was just pushing as fast as I could possibly pedal it. So yeah, I think at the end there was quite a gap, but yeah, from my side, I couldn't really tell how close people were. So just flat to the floor and push as hard as I can.
Yeah, well done. You really deserve that. It was a really great drive.
Thank you very much.
And who's the best? Who's the winner?
Daddy.
Yay!
Yay! Well done. We'll see you tomorrow.
Thank you.
So some great stuff there in round 2 of the Clubman's BTRDA Rallycross Championship, sponsored by Autosport International and Toyo tyres. Now the teams will have to work hard to get ready for round 3, which is taking place the following day here at Pembrey of this double header weekend for the championship. Some very entertaining racing from everybody there. Well done to all the winners. Plenty of success for Ireland, as always seen here at Pembrey, but some teams with more work to do than others ahead of round 3 of this double header weekend. Join us for action from that round very soon, but it's goodbye for now and thanks for watching.